Welcome to Express News. Let's get started. On the penultimate day of the winter session of the Parliament, BJP and Congress held simultaneous protests targeting each other over Home Minister Amit Shah's remarks on B.R. Ambedkar in Parliament. BJP MPs staged protest on Parliament's premises, accusing Congress of misleading the public. Congress demanding the resignation of the Union Home Minister. The Congress MP scaled the wall and pushed others to enter Parliament, which led to fall of a BJP MP who was taken to the clinic inside the Parliament complex for first aid. Speaking of protests on Ambedkar Rao in Rajya Sabha, Vice President and Chairman Jagdeep Dhankar said, and I quote, "We cannot allow the country to plunge into anarchy." 5 terrorists have been neutralized by the security forces during an ongoing gunfight in Kulgam district of India's Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The operation was launched in the early hours of Thursday following specific intelligence about the presence of terrorists in the area. During the cordon and search operation, the terrorists opened fire, triggering a fierce exchange of gunfire. Security forces rescued civilians in Kulgam. 2 security personnel also sustained injuries during the encounter. Police in North Kashmir's Kupwara district have carried out major operations against drug peddlers and traffickers in the past 1 year. Police also said that it has registered 67 cases under Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act in 2024, resulting in the arrest of 103 individuals involved in drug peddling and trafficking. A joint parliamentary committee has been formed to review the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill, which seeks to amend the Constitution to allow for simultaneous federal and state elections. The bill, which is a part of the One Nation, One Election initiative, will be reviewed by 31 parliamentarians, including 21 MPs from lower house, that is Lok Sabha, and 10 from upper house, that is Rajya Sabha. BJP's PP Chaudhary will lead the committee. At least 13 people were killed and 99 rescued after an Indian Navy speedboat crashed into a ferry off Mumbai coast on Wednesday. According to an official statement, the Indian Navy craft lost control while undertaking engine trials in Mumbai harbour due to engine malfunction. The ferry was transporting passengers from Gateway of India to Elephanta Island. Prime Minister Narendra Modi expressed grief over the mishap. PM extended an ex gratia of Rs 2 lakh from Prime Minister's National Relief Fund for the next of kin of each deceased, while the injured would be given Rs 50,000. 28 Indian fishermen from Tamil Nadu's Tirunelveli district have returned home following successful diplomatic efforts that led to their early release from detention in Bahrain. The Confederation of Indian Industries annual meet, the Changemakers Conclave, shines a spotlight on SBM 2.0 and solid waste management. This event celebrated exemplary practices in waste management, bringing together representatives from 100 urban local bodies across 24 states and union territories. India has climbed 11 spots to rank 49th in the Network Readiness Index 2024 by the Porcelains Institute. Advancements in AI, mobile network and broadband are driving ease of living and boosting India's position in global tech leadership. Indian Minister of State for Health Anupriya Patel has stated that the medical device sector is recognized as a sunrise sector due to its growth potential driven by healthcare needs, innovation, government support and market opportunities. The sector is valued at $14 billion and is expected to reach $30 billion by 2030. Anupriya Patel was addressing 21st CII Health Summit 2024. India's Defence Minister Rajnath Singh lauded the role of engineers in making India self-reliant in the defence sector while addressing the Indian National Academy of Engineering Annual Convocation 2024 at Indian Institute of Technology in Delhi. The US Supreme Court agreed on Wednesday to hear TikTok's appeal of a law that would force its Chinese owner to sell the online video sharing platform or shut it down. The US Central Bank has cut interest rates by 25 basis points for a third time. despite concerns that the move will deliver a boost to the economy that risks inflation. The Federal cut rates by 25 basis points to the 4.25% to 4.5% range, and its summary of economic projections indicated it will make rate cuts totaling a half percentage point by the end of the year. At close, Nifty declined 247.15 points to settle at 23,951.7. And Indian rupee fell 14 paise to close at all-time low of 85.08 against US dollar. Indian rupee fell off 14 paise to close at all-time low of 85.08 against US dollar. Gold futures maturing on February 5th were priced at rupees 76,251 rupees per 10 grams on the multi-commodity exchange. Silver futures for March 5 maturity stood at rupees 88,694 per kilograms on the MCX. The United States imposed new sanctions related to Pakistan's long-range ballistic missile program, including on the state-owned defense agency, National Development Complex, that oversees the program. The State Department said that the United States is designating 4 entities for sanctions, which targets proliferators of weapons of mass destruction and their means of delivery. As a result of these sanctions, the entities involved will face financial and trade restrictions, including being cut off from US markets and resources. Pakistan's Foreign Ministry said in a statement that the US action was unfortunate and biased and would harm regional stability. US President-elect Donald Trump urged Republican lawmakers to reject a cross-party deal to avert a fast-looming US government shutdown. A French court found Dominique Pellicot guilty on Thursday of repeatedly drugging and raping his wife for almost a decade and inviting dozens of strangers to abuse her unconscious body. Israel said on Thursday that it struck military targets belonging to Yemen's Houthi rebels after intercepting a missile fired by the group. The 27 EU leaders are gathering in Brussels on Thursday for a one-day summit with a packed agenda, including discussions on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Syria's power transition, and more. This is the first summit led by Antonio Costa since he took over as President of the European Council on December 1st. Speaking at an annual news conference, President Vladimir Putin said that the Russian economy was stable, though there was some overheating that was sowing high inflation. He also said that the economy may grow by 4% this year, but inflation was a worrying signal. The UN envoy to Syria called on Wednesday for free and fair elections after fall of Assad regime, calling for immediate humanitarian assistance. He also said he hoped to see an end to international sanctions levied against Syria. Turkish President said Turkey and Lebanon agreed to act together for stability in Syria. Erdogan also reaffirmed his country's commitment to Lebanon's unity and peace. Bangladesh High Court has acquitted former State Minister for Home Affairs Lutfozzaman Baba and 5 others in the 10 truck arms haul case in Chattogram. Germany plans bigger military to meet NATO targets. Defense Minister Boris Pistorius said to expand armed forces to 230,000 troops, surpassing the current 203,000 goal. In Vietnam, at least 11 people were killed and 2 others injured in a fire at a cafe on Wednesday. Investigation into the fire is underway. The suspect confessed to igniting the blaze at the Hanoi cafe following a staff dispute. Police report 7 rescues and 2 hospitalizations as inspections continue. Families held a protest against child deaths, most of whom were killed by stray bullets in Rio de Janeiro on Wednesday. NGO organizing the protest said it monitored child and adolescent violent deaths in Rio since 2007, recording 115 cases, 48 victims aged between 7 months and 14 years recorded between 2020 and 2024. Colombian authorities intercepted a vessel near Vina Victoria carrying 1.5 tons of cocaine worth over $50 million. 3 men were rescued and detained. The boat destined for Central America was found with packages floating nearby, officials confirmed. Time for a short break. Keep watching Express News. Don't go anywhere.
Pollution of all types across the globe is a huge problem. But what is the solution to this? Does it require individual efforts, community action, or state interference? Let's take a look at some of the possibilities, challenges and opportunities.
They have to segregate their waste, manage their organic waste within their premises as far as possible. They have to hand over the rest of the waste, the residual waste, to the authorized waste collector.
When the local administration saw what I had done, it decided to build the drainage system you see here, connecting the whole area to it.
Trees are our lifesavers. They give us oxygen, and it's unfair to harm them by hammering iron nails into them just for the sake of ads.
Welcome back. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. You're watching Express News. A state of exceptional natural disaster has been declared in Mayotte as the French Indian Ocean territory reels from the devastation of cyclone Chido. At least 31 people are reported by French officials to have died. The rescue efforts have intensified in Mayotte as death toll is feared to rise further. Emergency services have been delivering food and water and cleaning roads while also racing to find the missing. French President Macron arrived in cyclone-hit Mayotte on Thursday. His plane landed at Pamanzi Airport carrying 4 tons of food and medical supplies. Supplies were loaded onto first ship due to carry aid and supplies to storm-hit Mayotte. French authorities said it would be the first of many regular shipments of aid. It will take 3 days for the ship carrying over 100 containers of aid to reach cyclone-hit Mayotte. On the ship, 88 containers of water will be taken to the port of Lononi along with food, medical supplies and equipment. Cyclone Chido death toll in Mozambique rises to 45. Authorities said the cyclone has injured 500 people and destroyed more than 20,000 homes. Australian search and rescue teams arrive in quake-hit Vanuatu to help in the rescue and relief efforts. As of now, the government has confirmed 14 deaths. The death toll is feared to rise as rescue efforts are still underway. Health concerns rise in Vanuatu as hospitals were overwhelmed with large number of survivors. The high-magnitude quake downpour and communication and destroyed water reservoirs, causing health concerns, especially for children. Residents of Faktapol district of Afghanistan's southern Kandahar province struggle to survive amid the ongoing drought. The rural community mainly relies on agriculture to survive, but the harsh weather conditions have devastated crops. Afghanistan has experienced 3 consecutive years of drought, including the most devastating drought in 30 years in 2021 and 22. Climate experts predict that by 2050, 90% of its territory will be affected by droughts. Hazardous air quality returns to New Delhi as smoggy conditions shrouded the city on Thursday. The air quality index recorded at 9 a.m. was 450, which was a further deterioration from Wednesday's 4 p.m. reading of 445. Chinese cities prepare frozen fun for winter tourism boom, having crafted unique experiences that center around ice and snow. Workers were busy in constructing a magical theme park known as Snow World. The snow park in China transformed into a dazzling wonderland of grand ice sculptures and structures, temples, castles, and even icy slides. The opening period typically begins in the middle of December. Cold waves continue sweeping India's northern region with temperatures plunging below -10 degrees in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir. In many areas, temperatures have gone even below -15 degrees, with lakes and water bodies freezing. The temperature is expected to continue its chilling streak in North India with cold waves and fog engulfing most areas. The meteorological department has predicted that the cold wave is likely to persist for the next few days. Animals at an Australian wildlife park enjoyed an early delivery from Santa this year. They were seen feasting on their presents in footage shared by Park on Thursday. Iconic Australian koalas devoured a plethora of eucalyptus leaves, whilst the kangaroos enjoyed a mixture of leaves, apples and sweet potato at Ballarat Wildlife Park. New Year's preparations are underway in Times Square. The joint 7-foot-tall numerals have arrived in Times Square. The numerals use a total of 620 energy-efficient LED bulbs. The numerals will stay in ground until the early morning of Monday. The sign will then be installed atop One Times Square to illuminate the midnight on New Year's Eve. The Dubai Shopping Festival is celebrating its 30th anniversary with a spectacular display of over 1,000 synchronized drones. The celebration will be running from December 6 to January 12. A special commemorative show highlighting the festival's growth is being held until December 26, chronicling 3 decades of the festival's evolution. White tiger, in fact, Kate, the only one golden tiger in eastern region of Thailand, becomes a new superstar. It is 11-month-old and is the only one golden tiger in the eastern region of Thailand. A strawberry tiger, also known as golden tabby tiger, is a rare color variation among tigers. According to zoo officials, there are only about 30 to 50 golden tigers worldwide. In a historic move, India conducted its first satellite tagging of a Ganges River dolphin in the northern Indian state of Assam under Project Dolphin. A satellite tagging of a Ganges River dolphin aims to study migratory patterns and habitat to use aid conservation efforts. Set in the aftermath of Robot War, Russo brothers directorial stars Chris Pratt and Millie Bobby Brown Electric State premieres globally on Netflix March 14. Amazon Prime Video's animated series Secret Level made waves in the game industry this year, and it has now officially renewed the anthology of Season 2. Wicked actor Cynthia and filmmaker James Mangold are set to be honoured at the 2025 Sundance Film Festival on January 25th. Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd are set to share the screen space in an upcoming thriller film, Death of a Unicorn. The trailer for the movie is out, where the duo fight the evil creature. The duo of Oscar-winning director Christopher Nolan and his wife Emma Thomas were honoured at Buckingham Palace for their contribution to the cinema. Tabu is reuniting with Akshay Kumar and Doordarshan after their last collaboration on Hera Fairy in 2000. She is set to play a key catalyst in Bhoot Bangla. 2012 rom-com Cocktail is getting a sequel. Actors Shahid Kapoor and Kriti Sanon have been roped in, with Homi Ajania returning as director. Taapsee Pannu and Kanika Dhillon reunites for the upcoming action thriller titled Gandhari. Official filming of the movie has begun. Actors Ali Fazal and Richa Chadda have recently donned the producer's hat after Girls Will Be Girls. It's Saste Katil in the duo's Kitty, which will go on the floor next year. Allu Arjun's Pushpa 2, The Rule, has earned 1,409 crores worldwide, shattering many box office records, and is now looking to enter the 1,500 crore club. In women's cricket, India will take on West Indies in the third match of the 3-match series in Mumbai. Series are level at 1-1. After announcing retirement from international cricket, Indian cricketer Ravichandran Ashwin received a warm welcome as he arrived to his hometown in Chennai on Thursday. South Africa will be without Keshav Maharaj for the remainder of the ODI series against Pakistan after the left-arm spinner suffered a left adductor strain. Sri Lanka named an unchanged T20 squad for the away series against New Zealand. The cricket body announced on Wednesday the 16-member team will be led by Chadith Asalanka. The Kho-Kho Federation of India has announced Bollywood star actor Salman Khan as the brand ambassador for the first ever Kho-Kho World Cup. Inaugural edition will take place in New Delhi from January 13th next year. 7 months after their hugely popular undisputed heavyweight boxing fight, Alexander Usyk and Tyson Fury are set to face off once again in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Saturday. Spanish club Real Madrid won the Intercontinental Cup after beating Mexico's Pachuca 3-0 in the title clash. Kylian Mbappe, Rodrigo and Vinicius Jr. registered in score sheet to secure win. Real Madrid's Intercontinental Cup triumph also marked a remarkable milestone for Carlo Ancelotti as the Italian became the manager with the most titles in the club's history with a total of 15 trophies. Paris Saint-Germain secured a comfortable win 4-2 over Monaco to remain on top of League One standings. Paris Saint-Germain goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma had to be replaced after suffering a nasty facial injury during their win in League One. Barcelona thrashed Manchester City 3-0 in UEFA Women's Champions League to move to top of the group. Nunez led Liverpool to a narrow 2-1 cup. Arjun Erigesi and R. Pragnananda will represent India at the FIDE World Rapid and Blitz Championships, which will be held from December 26 to 31st in New York. Mexican driver Sergio Perez and Formula One team Red Bull have reached an agreement to part ways with immediate effect. The third season of the World Tennis League will follow a unique format where the top two teams with the highest number of games will advance to the final scheduled for December 22nd. That's it in Express News. You stay tuned to DD India. News and updates will continue.